Let's look real quickly at the following example. So I'll let you guys read the description. I don't want to have to read it aloud, so pause the video and read this if you need to. Let's look at this first question. What does it mean to say that a city had a per capita water usage of 112 gallons on July 19th? So if we're looking at per capita water usage of 112 gallons, this means we're looking at a water usage of 112 gallons per person, roughly. But this doesn't mean that every person in the city used exactly 112 gallons of water on July 19th. That would actually be kind of weird. So what we're actually looking at is if we pretend the total water usage was evenly distributed, then every person would have used 112 gallons. So it's kind of like saying each person used 112 gallons on average, but that doesn't necessarily mean that every person used exactly that much. So the following table shows the population for 4 different cities and their water usage on January 5th of this year. And the next question asks us to select a city that matches each of the following criteria. So we've got city with the lowest per capita usage, city with the highest total, city with the least total, and city with the highest per capita. So notice that the table actually gives us population and people and total water usage. So just using the table, we can actually answer this part with highest total water usage, as well as the city with the least total water usage. We can just use this third column and find the least and highest value. Now, the per capita usage, we're going to have to compute ourselves. And the per capita usage is the ratio of total water usage and the population. So if we were looking at per capita usage, then to compute this, for the first column, we would have to do 14791,444 divided by, I'm going to run out of space here, so divided by the population, which is 160,254. And this will give you a value. You can do that for each one of these rows, and you can actually compute the per capita water usage. And if you do that, you should be able to answer the questions down here about per capita water usage. You'll have to actually compute those, computing the ratio of total water usage to population. So I'm going to skip this next part. We'll just look down here at these 2 function definitions. So let f of t represent the population of the city of Washington t months since the beginning of 2000, and let g of t represent the total monthly water usage in gallons for the city of Washington during the tth month since the beginning of 2000. So g of t represents total monthly water usage, and f of t represents the population that month. So how could you use function notation to represent the per capita water use for the 42nd month since the beginning of 2000 using function notation? So remember that the per capita water usage was like total water usage divided by the population. So the per capita usage was the ratio of total water usage to population. And on the 42nd month since the beginning of 2000, the total water usage was g of 42, just based off of our function definition. And the population in that month was f of 42. So this expression right here represents the per capita water use for that 42nd month since the beginning of 2000. So this should be our answer, and that's how we use function notation to represent this per capita water usage.